Season of Discovery has been going on for a few weeks now, and a lot of gold farms rise up but also fell down due to one big problem. I've covered some of them in my what to do at level 25 video. If you are a fresh level 25 player and want to know what to do at level 25 first, then watch my video at the top right. Let's talk about the biggest problem with the most gold farms at the moment. Season of Discovery is spammed with bots. There has never been such a big botting problem in a World of Warcraft version so far. So most of the farms, such as the Iridescent Pearl farm, which was very lucrative in the beginning, are completely destroyed. Also, leather has been extremely cheap. Iridescent Pearl went from 8 gold to like 2 gold 63. Every farming spot is spammed with hunter bots. Leather has went down into the silvers because these bots also use skinning. Since a lot of gold farms have been botted so far, I went out of my way and thought about 3 gold farms that cannot be that easily botted and will get you a lot of gold. I've tried them myself and I'm at almost 100 gold with only a little effort. A quick reminder for these farms: these are very niche farms, so you need something to do more than just mob farming to do this, and you need to be in high level zones so you can avoid bots, and it also depends how contested these farms are. But before we begin, I have a question for you. Are there any gold farms I should know about that you want to tell me? Please tell me in the comments. I'm very curious because I've loved to try out some new gold farms and see how they work on my server. Let's get started. Farm number 1, the Big Iron Fishing Pole farm in Desolus. The Big Iron Fishing Pole is the best in slot fishing pole in the game so far. You need this pole to get into the highest fishing crate. Since fishing is a very good gold making alternative I will talk about later, a lot of people switch or take fishing as an opportunity to make a lot of gold. At the moment it is very niche, so the auction houses are not very full of big iron fishing poles and it's kinda tedious to farm, especially as an alliance player. But I went out of my way and farmed it myself. You find the big iron fishing pole in Desolus at the Shadow Prey village, where you will be farming shellfish traps underwater and you have a 5% chance to drop a big iron fishing pole. Seems easy at first, but there are a few issues. First, there are these dry snap crawlers that will attack you. These are level 33 to skull leveled mobs that will attack you and also slow you. So the first issue is that you have to deal with high level mobs. As I am a druid, I don't have issues with that. I can use my aquatic form. I've had a warlock player farming this farm while I was farming it and he had some issues. If you are smart with it, deal with your pet, you can easily farm this. Most important thing is that you have underwater breathing, because most of these traps are very deep underwater, so you don't have much time. It took me 1 hour to farm 1 big iron fishing pole. These go for like 20 gold on my server and it sold in under 24 hours. So I would rate this farm at 20 gold per hour, but keep in mind it's a 5% dropping chance. So it can go lower, but it also can go higher. It's very luck dependent, but it's very uncontested and not everyone can do this farm easily. I see something like a priest or some melee classes having big issues with the slow. So if you are a druid, I think you are the most OP class to do it. Since fishing is on the rise and a lot of people realize that fishing is making you a lot of gold, try to get a hand on it. I don't know how the prices are on Horde, because it's easier to farm on Horde, since an alliance player has also to deal with the guards at Shadow Prey village and you don't have a fly point. It might be a secret spot for alliance players to make a lot of gold. I made 1 fishing pole in 1 hour and this is 20 gold per hour. Gold farm number 2. Farming iron ore for heavy stones. Heavy stones are very important for engineering. On the one hand, these are included in most engineering guides to level up to 150, so most people will buy it to get some levels. But on the other hand, these are used in big bronze bombs and explosive sheeps, which people use to speedrun BFD or maybe use in instance clearing. The prices of heavy stones have been pretty stable between 20 to 30 silver on my server so far. And it's also a farm no bot can really do because you have to walk around in dangerous areas and have to deal with high level mobs and kite them smart. My favorite spot for doing this is 1000 Needles. You can walk a whole round around the map. There are two special areas I would recommend. You can also do an AFK farm of this. Shimmering Flats are very good if you want to AFK farm and don't want to deal with any mobs while farming, because you can run on the edge of the Shimmering Flats and just farm your ores. If you want to invest more into farming and don't want to have anyone to worry about, then I would recommend going into High Perch. This small area is packed with level 29 to 33 mobs, but it's also packed with a lot of ores and no one is going to mine them. It is part of a Theramore quest for a very good leather belt, so sometimes people are going there, but most of the time when I've been there, I've mined a lot of ore. One round of 1000 Needles gives me around 10 to 30 heavy stones. It also depends, which is around 10 gold per round, and one round takes me as a feral druid with feline swiftness 30 minutes. So if you are lucky, you can get around 15 to 25 gold from one round of doing this. Iron ore will also be a very key ingredient into leveling up blacksmithing and engineering in phase 2, so don't sell the iron ore now, sell it when phase 2 begins and everyone wants to level up their professions. Keep in mind that you are also able to mine tin veins, silver veins and copper veins while you are in 1000 Needles or a different farming spot. I also calculated that into my gold per hour, but the main focus and the main gold maker in this farming method is the heavy stone. Heavy stones have been very stable for almost 2 weeks now. If you have enough gold, you can also push the price up, so you will buy the lowest prices ones and push the price back to a new level, which is called flipping. Sometimes at late hours I buy the cheapest heavy stones and add my heavy stones to the economy at a new price level and also make some profit on that. Farm number 3. I kinda teased it in the first farming spot. Fishing, but not just simply fishing. I think it's generally known that fishing is a very good way to make some money, but I will show you one spot where you can very safely farm a lot of materials and gold and greens you can either sell or you can craft up to sell them up. I'm especially talking about fishing in ALTERAC mountains. For this fishing you will need at least 125 fishing, and in general you want to use an aquadynamic fish attractor so you don't get any failed attempts while fishing. We are generally farming for these floating wreckages, which will retrieve us with these iron bound trunks. These iron bound trunks can have a plenty of items such as bolt of silk cloths, bolt of mage weave, different kind of leathers, different kind of green BOEs and gold, as well as 12 slot bags, which you can either sell or, as I do it, I use the silk bolt cloth and the heavy leather to craft silk bags on my tailor and sell those because I can make more profit from that. You can either disenchant the greens or you can try to sell those because most of these BOEs are level 25 plus. They might be used in the future, but it's very speculative. If you are not sure how to use them or if they will be used or it's too risky for you, just sell them or disenchant them. It's still profit. On the other hand, we are farming the greater sagefish school. These can also contain the iron bound trunk, but it's still not useless to farm this fish. Greater sagefish is used in a buff food, which will be the best in slot fish for level 40 buff food for healers in phase 2. If we save this fish up and sell it in the early phases of phase 2s when everyone wants to craft their buff food and wants to buy it for the first raid, we will make a big profit. I farmed over 200 sagefish and I'm only waiting to sell these, so you also are making some investments into the future. There are several different fishing spots such as Stranglethorn Vale or Feralus, but these are dangerous. You will have to deal with mobs, but you will get higher rewards. In these fishing pools are higher level items such as bolts of rune cloth or level 40 greens, which also may sell for 3 golds or higher at the vendor, but I would recommend to you the ALTERAC farm because it's very easy, it's very safe, and if you are not contested you can make a lot of gold off that. These are my quick 3 gold farms I would recommend to you. Please tell me if you've tried out, did you make any profit, how did they work for you, and what are the bot free farms that you are using to make some gold to avoid bots right now. And if you have watched this video until this point, please hit this video up with a like. And if you enjoy this kind of content, hit subscribe and tell me in the comments what videos do you want to be covered by me. I would love some video ideas in the comments. And if you want to watch me live on Twitch, there's a link in the description. I am streaming regularly on Twitch. At the moment, as you can hear, I'm a bit sick, but it will be better in the next days, and then we will be live on Twitch again. Maybe we will see us in the Twitch chat. See you in my next videos. Bye bye.